Hello, this is Iron Bill back again with another video, and it's been a couple days since I made videos. I had hoped to get in and play a little bit of Trials today. It didn't happen. Had things that had to be done around the house, chores. So with that said, I kind of ran out of time. So what I did is I grabbed some gameplay from 6v6 that I did over the weekend, and I wanted to show at least that I am working on some of the problems that I have with my game, namely that the reticle is being carried too low, and I don't play cover very well. My movement is slow and without purpose. So those are some of the things I was trying to target in the play over the weekend. So let's get into the gameplay here. I did want to show this though. And that is because Bungie has talked a lot about how they are improving their matchmaking by adjusting the matchmaking so the deltas wouldn't be beyond a certain range. And basically anything over 1,000 delta supposedly would result in blowouts. Well, if you look at the KD disparity on both sides of the match here, you can see that they're not doing a very good job. And actually, this for me is a more common prevalence since they made the change than before. And I've been on both sides of this. I've been on the team that is piling up the KDs, and I've been on the team that has been piled on. There's only one person on my side there that went positive. Not a good look. I wish I could say that was the exception. This is just not the way it's gone. And by the way, 150 to 60, you know what, a 90-point game, that probably should have been called a little, and it was like that the whole time. So it was ridiculous. So not happy with the matchmaking. But that being said, let's go on. I'm still on Titan. This is going to be Control 6v6, and I'm still using Mida because I'm still working on the Catalyst. And with that said, Mida, Matador, and here's another reason I'm doing that too, and that is that one of my friends who's a pretty good player, Got a Dog, has said that one of the ways you get good is you play a loadout over and over and over and until you develop the skills for it. And it makes a lot of sense because if I'm constantly changing the type of weapons that I'm using, I'm never really going to find a rhythm for that. So, all right, so opened up. I know they've got Strand Hunters, and I don't know how they're going to play that yet, whether they're going to be grappling around the arena or they're going to throw strand threadlings down, what they're going to do exactly. But I'm backing up if I get myself isolated. Plus, I'm running a scout rifle, which means I need to play the ranges anyway. I need to play the edges of the arena. Getting in tight, especially against multiple enemies, is just a bad idea. So we've got one zone. They have map control right now. I see I'm getting hit from the right, so I push up. And if my team decides they want to make a play for B, we'll go for it. I've got a pretty good head glitch spot right here, and I want to kind of work that type of play into the game. So I'm trying, as you see, I'm trying to work cover. Now I'm going to come up here and throw my overshield, and that should guarantee that we can capture the zone. And then I'm going to bug out, because staying there too long just means that if the other team has any quality at all, they will. Okay, you see what that hunter just did? That's what I was looking for. And he just basically did a U-turn in midair, and you'll see that over and over that he could do that. So I was very careful not to allow myself to be caught in a place. Now I can't stay up here if he did it again. I had a friend in chat at the time, and I started laughing. I said, "All hunters aren't created equal." And he said, "What do you mean by that?" I said, "Well, you just have to see what's going on in my lobby." And this fellow, I know what he was trying to do, and he's probably learning how to do it, but he hadn't figured out the ranges yet. And he wound up falling too far away or being baited into throwing the skill. I don't know. But it wasn't working out for him real well. Now, in that encounter, I had two people, and they both turned to look at me, and it was time to bug out, because a few more shots they would have gotten me. And I'm a little bit weak. My recovery's not real high on this character, so I have to be careful not to stay beyond a point. And I'm going to toss a grenade up here, deep into the zone, and just keep moving, because I'm getting shot in the tail. I think I managed to put enough heat on B to get a kill. I think I did anyway. I don't recall now. There we go. Pick that guy up. And remember, I'm going for critical hits on the precision kills for the Mida Catalyst. I have to get 200 precision kills to complete this. Now, there are two guys shooting me there, and that was a delayed deal there. I don't know if he threw a grenade or a throwing knife or something like that, but yeah, I needed to recover a bit. I see them collapsing. Now watch this. I'm going to back way up. My teammate is there. Watch this guy come around the left side and then U-turn. Here it comes. And he was going to do that in fusion. That was his plan. But he just kind of kept coming up short. And his friend came up and did almost the same thing. I don't know what the plan was, but it wasn't going to work. All right, so I'm going to come back here and try to get set up again. My teammates are playing for the zone. We got it. Oh, and I sit there long enough. This guy sneaks up with a Cartesian, and I earned that death. Gonna go ahead and pick up the zone here. We've taken control of the match, and I happened to notice this by this point in time. It had been pretty close, but we began to kind of take it. The snipe just missed me, and then he takes me down with the rest of it. But I did get the shotgun kill. The guy got the first shot. Probably should have killed me, but my teammate probably saved me there. That was right off the spawn, by the way. So, I mean, what are you going to do? All right, I've got a grenade again, so I'm going to toss that in there, and that for sure helped get a kill. That was the one I think I remembered. I wanted to touch the zone to take it back, so they would have to start all over again if they wanted to take it. I'm setting up in case somebody jumps in. Then I notice my teammates are running across, and it's time for me to get involved in the fight. So I take one last look to the right, begin to move up here. I hear the super. Decided better back up because I don't know what it is, whether it's a silk strike or what it is exactly. I didn't see it on the flavor text. So I'm going to make him chase me enough that he'll have to work to get it. We've got a comfortable lead, so I can afford to let B go at the moment. Took that guy down with a nice flank. I see my buddy fighting over this area, and I'm glad I came back because he got the bow guy. I'll tell you, if you ever watch Gold Eagle do the floating warlock, I mean, he's amazing, but most people are not. Most people who try that floating warlock stuff just get popped. All right. Somebody had heavy. And you just get this. Okay, that sniper should have had me. But I think my teammate confused him. Couple easy picks. Got somebody else trying to come in. That's our hunter again. That's kind of what I was waiting for. I knew they had the super. I was just waiting for it to be popped, and there it is. All right, notice that I'm still carrying low. Still carrying low. It's not as bad as it was. That guy should have killed me, but I was flinching him. My friends who have observed my play say my shot is actually pretty good. It's just that lazy reticle business misses me the first shot. And I wish I'd realized that guy was behind me a little quicker. Would have had him. But they said, you know, I'm missing that first shot, and that's the difference in a lot of fights. And if I can just clean that up, things will get a lot better. All right. That guy ducked under cover fast enough to get away. This guy's going to toss a bubble, and watch what this fella does with it. I mean, I just never had a chance. Maybe if there was only one of us in there, but yeah. And then I walk right into that guy head glitching with a jade rabbit. That's good. Good on him. I should have slid across the floor there, and he would have had a harder time just walking around. Now, why that happened is I had my super, and I was trying to get to B because I wanted to get on B and drop my super before the match was over. And he was just crouched down there waiting for me to do something stupid, which I did. Now, something my friend got on to me about tonight after watching some of my play was that I don't shoulder charge. I've got it. It's in my arsenal. It's in my kit. And I don't use it at all. You know, a lot of these times where I'm trying to, you know, escape a situation, whatever, like right here, if I just want to get from point A to point B and I've got that shoulder charge, if I'm not going to use it against enemies, and I typically don't because I'm using a scout, why not use it for mobility? And it's an excellent point. It's something I'm going to work on adding. All right, so I feel like it could be that hunter again, and it is. So I'm anticipating play a little bit better. Okay, this is good. The team does the right thing. We just back up and team shoot the guy and take him out of the super, then do something dumb like walk into the residual. All right. Shoot the grenade. You can do that. All right. The guy's on the back left and one right in front of us. And he got team shot down. All right, so I still have to work on the timing on that. I should have pushed that up a little farther. And my teammate decides that he's going to go out there against like 3 people and a guy. I think he's running Tikus is what he's running on that bow. Yeah, it's Tikus for sure. And I just decided I don't have to have that zone, and I'm not going to feed those guys a kill because if I step out there to do anything, they're going to get me. So I just leave. Anyway, that was with 5 people. And we had a guy in there who went 32-0. Now look at the other side. Once again, matchmaking. I mean, I did 7.25. I mean, I'd take that for sure. But, you know, I can't do that without the help of another team. I mean, the other side, I would be the first to say this doesn't show my skill. Okay? This shows that I'm in a lower skill bracket. That's all it shows. So I'm getting away with play that in competitive I won't get away with, you know. So I can't afford to spend a lot of time in here beyond working on specific things. So it's not a bad thing to play 6v6 if I have comp as a goal per se. I just can't overdo it. You know, what I need to do is get in here and just fix problems that in a way that can be transferred over to 3v3. Because the gameplay itself is just completely different. It's just that the players are so much more skilled in the 3's match list, especially as my rank goes up, that I don't get as much of an opportunity to learn from what I'm doing. So anyway, that's probably going to do it for tonight. I rambled a bit. It's a little bit late at night, and I'm an old guy, and I'm not nearly as coherent the later it gets. So forgive me for that. That said, I want to make sure I got a video out today, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and I hope there might have been something that might help you play better. So with that said, this is Iron Bill thanking you for watching and signing out.